going on, guys? Brandon Harding here. Hope you're having a great day. On the HG channel today, we're doing something a little bit different. You've seen shoulder workouts, you've seen full days of eating, but today I'm going to be introducing you into a little bit more of my personal life. It's going to be a Q&A video. I'm going to be answering some questions while doing something that I actually love to do. Something I used to do a lot when I was younger was express myself through art. I use charcoal, paint, pencil, all different kinds of things. And only recently on this competition prep, I've actually reintroduced that childhood love back into my life. I've done a few pieces since I've been here in Canada. On the canvas is here. We did this piece the other day. Not really too sure what it is. Some woman with some like blood, and you can kind of see very abstract. This is the kind of thing I like to do. I also like to do some stuff with pencil. This is something I did last night. It's essentially just a woman's face. Not really too sure like what I was doing with this. I just wanted to draw a woman's face. I like drawing eyes, so I wanted to like accentuate like this piece to be like more about her eye and the beauty that she, you know, portrays through her eyes. Kind of thing, I don't really know. At Potbuzz, they do this thing where people answer questions while they do a self-portrait. I've never ever painted myself or drawn myself. My ego is not that big, but today it's gonna be, because that's what they do on their channel. They draw like either their face, or I personally think my body is better than my face, so we're gonna draw my body instead. A picture at my last show. I made it black and white, so it's gonna be easy for me to hopefully portrait, but I'm gonna get close with that. This is the picture that we're going to be following today, just because I don't want it to be an absolute piece of shit painting. We have actually done the outline of like my face, chest, arms, abs and stuff. Just give a brief like, you know, outline of how the actual painting is going to look. I feel like if you do want to ever, you know, especially a self-portrait, when like proportions are pretty much everything that's going to make the picture good, you should like always sketch out in pencil first. But if you're going to just like do something like this and it's a little bit more abstract, you don't really need to do any outlines. You just go with it, because it's not like anyone's face, it's a random face, it's a made up face. So alright, HG Muscle is, as you know, as you may or may not know, is a new company. They actually released in January 17th, I think, to be exact, and I've actually been with them since the very beginning. So for the past 2 months almost, I've been with them since kind of day one. So yeah, 2 months, and as of right now, I'm with them. We've signed together to be together for 6 months at the moment, but I can see I honestly have like developed such a good relationship with the team, and just like I love how everything's going, and just like I'm really enjoying being with HD. So I can imagine obviously we'll be together longer than just the 6 months that we signed for right now. But yeah, the answer to that question is since the beginning. We're gonna be an OG athlete. Growing up, I feel like everyone has like that person that they aspire to be like, or a physique they want to look like. For me personally, that was Kai Green. He was one of my biggest inspirations, and actually I did a charcoal canvas for him, because I knew he was going to be guest posing at this expo called Body Power, and I drew him a canvas of his physique, just to like, you know, be an obsessive art and stuff. I wanted to like draw something that I was passionate about, and that happened to be him. And I actually got the chance to meet him at that expo when I gave the canvas to him, and he gave me his time. He spoke to me for about 20 minutes, just about goals and stuff and aspirations, and I had some questions for him too, which is really cool, because I was like literally obsessed with this man's videos. When I would train, I used to work in a gym when I was 18, and when the gym would close at like 10:30, when I would close it, I had the opportunity to play his videos as loud as I wanted to, while I would like get underneath the rack and squat, and yeah, just like really lose myself in his speeches and like his mentality and like everything he preached and stuff. And I was a fan of him because of his philosophy and like the way he liked to train and his mindset and stuff, and I felt like I could really relate to that. I guess based on like upbringing and stuff, I felt like we not went through things that were similar, but you find that person that you aspire to be like, and you also relate on such a personal level. That was him for me. So it was really easy to be, you know, inspired by him, and he has an incredible physique, and yeah, I just really looked up to everything he preached. So yeah. So I've been going to the gym now for the past 7 years. I'm 23 years old. well, just over 7 years. I'm 23 years old, and I started lifting when I was 16, when I left school. I feel like I've just always been obsessed with, going to the gym and, developing a physique, because I'd always like followed bodybuilders like from a young age. And when I used to box from the age of 12 years old until 16, I was always a little bit more obsessed with the whole like weight training aspect of boxing, like in the back, like lifting the dumbbells and doing press-ups and stuff and sit-ups and a bit on the bench press. So when I started the gym at 16, it was just like, it kind of overtook my passion for boxing. And then I started just, not boxing and, getting a little bit heavier, and then, which made me slower for boxing, but I didn't really mind, because like I just wanted to, further my physique and develop it. Not from any like insecurities as a kid. Like I was a very, very, very skinny kid, but I was quite athletic. I was very good at sports. I would win pretty much every single event. In sports day at school, which was like a competition between like North, South, and the private school where all the posh kids went. I wasn't going to that school. Whether it be 100 meter, 200 meter, triple jump, long jump, javelin, shot put, every single event I would just win. I was just like naturally gifted when it comes to like sports. So joining the gym and everything, and it was just always second nature to me. But I kind of fell in love with the idea of like developing like a bigger physique over a physique that could perform well, because I could already do that. I kind of just wanted what I couldn't have, which was muscle, because I was super skinny. So I started the gym when I was 16, and yeah, it's been 7 years so far. I shouldn't be painting. I have done a total of 5 shows. Came second 3 times, third once, and then the last show, the European Classic Championship, I was actually lucky enough to win that show, which in Europe I became like the European Classic Champion at the Body Power Expo held by the PCA Federation. And yeah, right now, as you know, I'm on prep to get a pro card in the IFBB. So the current goal right now is to just like destroy the next however long of prep, because obviously I don't have a show in mind right now. My show originally was going to be on the 5th of July and the 12th of July to get my pro card, but with every show being postponed right now, I'm not sure when that's going to be. But even still, I'm staying on prep, I'm dialing in, and then I'll maintain a couple of weeks out from the show, or like a couple of months, sorry, and then home in. Yes, I'd love to do a product collab, obviously with a company. I've always wanted to have my own pre-workout, and obviously like being happy with working with HT Muscle. That is something that I would love to do in the future. There's no talk to it right now, like don't worry, I'm not like, I'm not giving away any teasers right now. There isn't any talks of like me doing a pre-workout, but I obviously would in the future very much like to do my own pre-workout. Flavor itself, I would like to do something that's very close to my heart in terms of just like something that I freaking love. So developing like a white monster, kind of just like lime flavor would be like incredible. That would be something I'd love to do. But if there's much demand, you can let them know. We need a hard body pre-workout. It's honestly your power. Like the more my code is used and stuff, and the more people support me, and I progress in this realm of social media. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to actually do my own pre-workout one day, and just really like control the ingredients and like how I would want the perfect pre-workout to make someone feel. All exciting things in the future though, potentially.
All right, Brandon, time's up.
All right.
Let's see it.
It's definitely not finished. I've got to do a face and legs in more detail on the body, but say for like, it's like half an hour, right?
Yeah.
Half an hour. This is what we got. All right, so this is it. Okay, so obviously we've got chest, abs, arm, neck. This is where the face will go. Legs are going to start down here. There is a bunch more detail that needs to be done. There's no bicep vein yet, and details in the forearm. There is like a lot that's missing, but obviously like being a perfectionist, it's so hard for me to like, that was like such a hard challenge. Not answering the questions, that was easy, but like I like to take time with things, and this will typically take me like 4 hours, and we've done this for like half an hour. So for half an hour's painting, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy. This is a bit of a comparison, I guess, just so you can see combined what I was doing. But I am actually going to finish this. Originally, like I said, I was never ever going to do a self-portrait, but if you want to see it finished, there's a good chance I'll finish it over the next few days. You can follow me on Instagram at Brandon Hardbody. That's probably where I'll post it. So if you don't follow me there, check me out on Instagram and wait for this to be, it may be posted even before. So now you can go check it out and see if it's any good. But yeah, this is actually really fun. Doing a Q&A while doing a bit of painting. Definitely pushed me outside my boundaries, something I've never done before. And yeah, I guess that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, smash the like. If you haven't, join the fam, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.